spoiler talk. What are the biggest feelings that we had from this movie?
Angela Bassett dying, like Queen Ramona dying, was something that I did not predict was gonna happen, and it destroyed me.
Yeah, at this point, I thought Marvel is not gonna kill a single established character anymore because they're too scared to, even the supporting characters. But yeah, that was sad.
Like that
was really sad.
I felt so bad for Shuri. Like
no,
so
when
bad.
she said like the last person that knew me died and I buried my heart with her.
Yeah.
Yo,
that was hard.
That hurt because she lost her dad, her brother, and her mom. Well, no, she died in the snap, so she didn't have to lose her brother twice. But she lost herself technically for a good couple years. So yeah, Shuri's been through a lot.
Yeah, I'm happy she has Riri now because she has no one. And
she has an MIT dorm to crash on.
Yeah, so that's the first thing I wanted to talk about. Second thing, what do you think of Shuri as the new Black Panther?
I love the suit up scene. I've listened to that score now for a really good amount of time.
Such a good score.
I think this is the best score that any Marvel movie has ever produced.
I might agree with you. And Black Panther was the first before this one, so...
Yeah. It just... Because it's not just like reusing a lot of the black culture, like Afrofuturism motifs from the first movie, but it's bringing in Mayan and Latin culture.
Yeah.
And he brings in like synthetic music. Ludwig Göransson.
Oh, he's a champ. God.
I could see him getting nominated again for the Oscars here.
Yeah, for sure.
So, Alan, tell us how you reacted to the first scene of the movie.
Oh, it was bad. Like, right away I was bawling.
I'm laughing, but like it was really sad for me
I started
too.
like everything was well until like I think until I saw the Black Panther logo in the casket.
Oh.
Then I started breaking down a little bit. And then like when the casket goes up,
that's when
it was really harsh. And then I really broke down with like the Chadwick imagery for the Marvel Studios logo. So that was bad. When Ramonda died, Shuri's reaction killed me a little bit as well.
Yeah.
Like I teared up for that as well. And the moment that most killed me was the post-credit scene with new spoilers with the new T'Challa Jr. being introduced. And just, oh fuck, I'm getting teared up just thinking about it. Just Shuri's reaction to finding out that she has that she has her brother in some sort of way back, and I guess all of us will have him in some sort of way back. That really got me. Like yeah, like her reaction said it all. Like she was tearing up, and as she was accepting her mother's death and her brother's death, that was her whole arc.
Yeah.
So like that was the part that most broke me.
I just think it's hard for me to find negative things to say about this movie right now when it's such a beautiful love letter to one man and his legacy. Because when it comes to celebrity deaths, Chadwick Boseman's death was the one that hit me the hardest. And more than anyone, he was one who deserved to see his legacy go on because of what he did with the first Black Panther movie and with the character.
Yeah.
And something so unique that I know some Black Panther was like their favorite in the comics, some not as much, but what he did in the movies was just so special that like
for sure.
To see the audiences and the creators come together to just say, here's his legacy, let's make it live on and show it, is just beautiful. And when it said dedicated to our friend Chadwick Boseman, everyone clapped in my theater. Yeah,
it was crazy. Okay, so let's talk some more MCU bullshit, shall we? So let's speculate what's gonna happen next. My feeling is that Shuri is gonna go to the Avengers, and the new T'Challa might go to the Young Avengers. What's your feelings towards that?
Sure. This is the one thing that's special about Black Panther is that like there wasn't a post-credit scene that speculated like what's gonna happen next, which I thought was nice to just end and like honoring him.
I'm still doing it though. I don't care.
So I think in the Kang Dynasty, whatever the next one is, she'll come back and make some moves.
She'll be the Black Panther for the two next Avengers movies, I think.
But there's also the Midnight Angels, who are Okoye and Aneka now, who I guess it's an upgrade for Okoye because like she's no longer the leader of the Dora Milaje, but she's now her own superhero. And
so who's the leader of the Dora Milaje now?
It's Ayo.
Ayo? Okay, played by Florence Kasumba.
Who I think is in a relationship with Aneka, but in a very Disney capacity.
She is. They kissed each other on the cheek, so that's basically sex for Disney.
In a Disney capacity. I really hope they do better in that representation realm, but that's another conversation.
Yeah.
So yeah, those two will for sure be in the next Avengers, because Okoye has had a very big role in Infinity War and Endgame, and they definitely want to do something with young T'Challa Jr. And yeah, but are there allowed to be two Black Panthers at once according to the tradition?
I think it should be fine.
Okay.
Like, especially because his name is T'Challa. I don't think people would mind.
Yeah, there was everyone online saying they listened to us, they recast T'Challa. I'm like, that's not the that's not the vibe at all. But so isn't Baku officially king now? Because now it looks like Black Panther and leader of Wakanda are two different entities.
But they kind of word this movie as well because Queen Ramonda wasn't the Black Panther.
There was no Black Panther. The whole movie was a journey to coming back to the Black Panther, showing that that what people stood for can live on even if they're gone. That was.
But I think Wakanda now has a king, and Shuri will be like the defender of Wakanda, the leader of the army, and all that. So
she still needs to commit to the science and everything, helping advance.
I think that's smart because she's too young to be queen.
She would just be like, at a Starbucks here. We're bringing Rihanna and Kendrick Lamar to perform here next week. Justin Bieber. Yeah.
So, spoilers wise, we know that also our man Namor is not dead, and he's basically an official anti-hero now. Right, he's not a villain anymore, and the ending was Namor saying like to his followers, "Now we're Wakanda's biggest ally,
and Wakanda will need us.
And Wakanda will need us when the world goes to war with them." So I think that's gonna be Black Panther 3. Ooh. I think it's gonna be the war from the world against Wakanda and what is it called?
Talakan.
That
was a line that made me laugh.
Not Atlantis.
When Martin Freeman says, "Do you ever imagine what America would do with all that vibranium?" And she's like, "I dream of it." Like just the way Julia Louis-Dreyfus delivers that line.
She's so good. I know that they were a bit like they have a little bit too many scenes in the movie. But I loved finding out that they were married. That was amazing. Like for the MCU, like world building. Like
I don't remember. Like when did they reveal it again? Because I didn't remember that they were married until like after.
I think it was when she broke into his house.
That's right. Okay.
And they started the movie with this quasi friendship after the divorce, but they finished the movie very apart.
Yeah.
Because he's a good guy and she's a bad guy, clearly.
He's like a Marvel hero. She's the U.S. government.
Exactly. So, and he got jacked compared to the last movie. Like, people were commenting on that as well in the movie.
That's hella funny.
He got so jacked. And he even started the movie, like, on a run. So,
yeah,
that was fun for him.
His last name's Ross. Maybe he can be Red Hulk. Or A-Bomb.
I think like it's cool that they added her into his life because it makes it feel like she's been in the MCU for longer. Like it helps build on her character. Like, we don't know when they broke up. Maybe during the first Black Panther, she was still his wife. Like, we don't know. So that's kind of fun. And it's fun to see how much of an evil Nick Fury she is. Because she's just going around trying to, like, add evil people to her team.
I also love that they gave a bigger role to Trevor Noah in this movie as the voiceover of the AI.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Like, I'd never noticed it until way after the first movie came out. Knowing it going into this movie just made hearing his voice. I forget the AI's character's name, but wow, it made hearing his voice so much fun knowing that it was him. He was like remote activation system or whatever. Like you can tell even if it's just an AI that he's having fun with it.
Yeah, it was pretty good. And like going back to Namor, I think he will become an Avenger eventually.
But maybe Namora is still a little bit on the bad side.
Yeah,
like, maybe. At least some conflict there. Like he'd have to convince her to be good.
Maybe what will happen is that like by the end of Black Panther 3, once this war is done, she would still be against, like, they would probably get together with the humans and all that, and like not the humans, the other countries, the real countries, and she would probably still be against them, so there'll probably be some conflict like that. And yeah, maybe she'll try to overthrow him.
I could imagine though the U.S. government sending like the Thunderbolts after all that vibranium.
That's currently there's a rumor going around.
It's probably way too soon after this movie, but it would just like make sense from a greedy Julia Louis-Dreyfus perspective.
Yeah, but like that's the rumor going around that like I don't know if they're gonna face Namor, but like their mission is gonna be to get vibranium for the U.S.
Oh God.
Yeah.
It's gonna end very well for anyone without vibranium.
So maybe that's why. Maybe they'll get the vibranium and the war in Black Panther 3 will be more even.
Ooh, could be.
Awesome. So that's our review of Black Panther for Wakanda Forever. I think this movie is going to be still on this channel a lot when we're talking about Oscars and stuff. I think it is going to be in the Best Picture conversation. Like we said before, with supporting actress, definitely score, sound, and visual effects.
I won't say much, but I think there's at least one category it could win. And we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that soon.
I have had so much fun talking about Black Panther Wakanda Forever. More excited to talk about this movie than I have for
any Marvel movie for a while, since No Way Home.
For basically. Any movie that we've reviewed in quite a bit of time.
Yeah, that's fair. Me too. And yes, thank you guys so much for joining us. I'm Alan, and I'll see you guys next time.
And I'm Goss. See you soon. Be sure to subscribe to us on Spotify and YouTube, and find us at Film Fanatics Pod on Instagram and TikTok. Thanks for watching yet again.
Film Fanatics. From the silver screen to your earphones, with Alan Azulay and Gal Balaban.